Hello and welcome back to the Hairy Housewife YouTube channel. And today we're talking AutoGlym. So hello, and now if you're here from the big review, you will know this is 2 of 2. So this is the other AutoGlym review for that podcast. Now, if you haven't heard the podcast, go check it out. It is called The Big Review. I'll pop the links in the description below. I was set a challenge of using 2 AutoGlym products this week. One of them being the Bodywork conditioner shampoo, and the other one being the metal polish that you're all here to see now. So we're going to crack on with the AutoGlym metal polish. Now, I got this from Halfords for £11.49. Now, I'm going to let you into a secret. I didn't pay that for it. Now, if you head over to the Halfords, I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored by them. If you head over to the Halfords website and sign up for an account, and then join the motoring club for a free subscription membership, you get a £10 off voucher on a £20 spend. So I didn't pay that for it. I bought this, the shampoo, and a few other bits, and I paid a tenner for the lot, which is a fantastic, fantastic price. However, if you were to buy it, £11.49. Now, again, I'm not going to waffle on. I'm just going to jump straight in. We're going to see how this product works. So I am back with this 1997 Defender. Now, it has checker plating on the bonnet and the front wings, and it is looking pretty grimy, dirty, and filthy, and needs a bit of loving. Now, I thought, what better car to test on? I could have tested it on my car. I've got chrome sidebars, but they're pretty clean. They've been polished before, and they look okay. This is going to be a real test because this is nasty, grimy, and it's got a lot of pitting and corrosion. So we're going to see how well this polish does at making that shine. So I'm not going to bore you too much today. You do not need to see every single step of the process. Once you've seen what I've done once, you'll get the gist. Now, I'm applying a little bit to the applicator pad. So I've got a microfiber applicator pad. Make sure you shake it because it is quite watery if you do not. So now I've shaken it up, I've put quite a large bit on the applicator pad and get it spread out. Now I'm going to start rubbing in between the gaps. Now it's a little bit harder to get in between the tiny little gaps on the checker plate, but we'll come to that later on. So I'm going to do that in double speed because you don't need to see me doing that. You don't need to get bored. Now I've done that, I'm just buffing it off with a cheap microfiber cloth. Now when I say cheap, there is a reason I say cheap, because it will turn your microfiber cloth nasty and black. So just use an old one. Don't use a good or a new one. And you can already see that that is starting to shine in those gaps. It's starting to look really, really nice, and it's brought that up with ease. Now, I haven't had to push hard to do this. I haven't had to scrub. It actually was really, really easy to use. However, wear gloves, use old microfiber applicators, and use old microfiber cloths to buff off, because it will stain and turn them nasty and black. Now, back to the little gaps and the little sections in between. So all I done was just put some more polish on the microfiber applicator, kind of curled it up a little bit, and then just sat and got in between each little one. Now, it was a labor intensive sort of process. It isn't one of the easiest jobs I've ever done. However, you do get some fantastic, fantastic results. Now, you could do this with a big microfiber or fluffy wall pad on a dual action polisher, but not everybody's got one of them, and not everybody's confident in using one. So I'm doing this the way that everybody could do. So now back to those little gaps. As you can see, I have curled the microfiber applicator up, and I'm pushing quite hard in those gaps to make sure I get in between every single one. So these are results for one pass over with the polish. And as you can see, there is a massive difference from that nasty, pitted, grimy side to that nice, clean, shiny side. Now it probably could do with going over another time. However, this is just one pass. You can see the difference that one pass with this metal polish has made. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get it all in the comments. I've also had people already telling me this when I've told them about this review. They've said, you could use an all-in-one polish, you can use a fine polish, you can use a heavy cut polish, you'll get the same results, you don't need a special metal polish, blah, 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 blah. Guys, for you, we're going to try it. So I'm going to start with an AIO polish. This is Menzerner. This is their 3-in-1 polish, and I am pushing hard. I am pushing really hard with this. I'm scrubbing a lot harder than I did with the metal polish, and I'm struggling to get anything up. After a while, it does start to shine up a little bit, but the effort I had to put into sort of scrubbing that to get it to shine up was so much more harder than it was with the metal polish. Now, how about a heavy cut polish? Now, I'm going to be using Dodo Juice Depth Charge. This is quite a heavy cut polish. I love this stuff. I rate this stuff. It's fantastic on a machine polisher. Done a video on it. Go check it out. Now, again, I am pushing hard. You can probably see how hard I'm pushing. It's a little bit hard to see from video, actually, but you can see I'm pushing hard. I am pushing really hard. It's coming up a lot easier than it did with the all-in-one, and it has got a little bit more of a shine to it. However, it was still hard work compared to the AutoGlym metal polish. Now, just to show you, I'm going to go back to the AutoGlym metal polish and do a stripe. I'm putting a little bit on the same microfiber cloth and just going to go up and down with it. And you can see from the footage, I'm not pushing at all. I'm just gliding my finger up and down a few passes, and then I'm just going to buff it off to show you the finish that's left over. So there you go. You can see that the metal polish does a lot better than a standard polish in an AIO. Now that is because a metal polish is formulated to remove tarnishing, remove dirt, remove grime from the metal. These other polishes are made to be used on paintwork. Now, one thing I will say, when you are using this, make sure you mask up the painted surface, because it says not to get on painted surfaces, not to get on lacquered wheels, not to get on mirrored finishes, and not to get on new checker plates. A checker plate, this is fine, but new checker plate that's got a mirrored finish, it says not to use it on. Now, also it says that it leaves a wax behind to help protect the metal that you have polished. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spray down some water to see what protection this has added. So as you can see, I'm spraying a fine mist of water over the checker plate, and you can see that there is some hydrophobic action going on there. You can see the water is running off the side that has been polished better than the side that is all tarnished, nasty and dirty. And again, going on with an open stream hose pipe, you can see the water is just running off that bit of checker plate. And you can see it's kind of hanging around on the other side. It's a little bit hard to tell because of how dirty it is. You can't really see the water beading on that side. But I can tell you from what I see and how it reacted when I was there, you can see that that polished side checker plate is doing a better job of repelling water. And you can also see at the bottom of the bonnet, you can see the water runs off the bonnet one side than it does quicker than the other, and the water is gone from the checker plate. So guys, there we have it. That has been the AutoGlym metal polish. Now, would I buy this again? Yes, I would. Now, I haven't tested this against another metal polish, and maybe that's a video I'm going to look at in the future. But from how it has worked for me today, how I've used it, then yes, I really would. Now, I'm going to be trying this next week with that bad boy over there. I've done one half of the bonnet, and that wasn't the easiest thing I have ever done. It was a little bit labour intensive, and I've got the rest of that bonnet to do, and my arm's aching just after that little patch. So you've seen it shortened out. That probably took me about half an hour to get that little panel looking like it does, and it needs another going over. So I'm going to get myself a nice pad for the cordless machine polisher, and I'm going to go over it with the metal polish again. Now, I'm going to be doing a video on that machine polisher very, very soon, and I might even do a follow-up video with this metal polish. However, yes, I would buy it. It did a fantastic job. I've been the Hairy Housewife. You guys have been great, and I'll see you all again very soon. Also, don't forget to check out the big review. I'll pop the links in the description below. Like, subscribe. See you later.